30. A theatre review understands the role of the director. A good play can be directed badly, and a bad script can be directed well. They can also be in harmony. When the direction is complicated by the input of intimacy directors, musical directors, or fight directors, the review will be able to parse out these different elements.
And that's more and more now, we're seeing that in theater, is that we're bringing in these other quote-unquote professionals, because heaven forbid the director isn't able to direct that love scene. Give me a break, you know. We did it for how many years? And suddenly we have to have a professional come in so that actors feel comfortable. In the old days, if there was any feeling of uncomfortable, the actors told you, I'm not comfortable with this, you know, and you worked it out with them. But it's so hard with a director, because if a play doesn't work, if it really doesn't work, it's the director's fault. But if a play works, it's often the actors who did the really well, or the set was wonderful and costumes were great, and yes.
Yeah.
The director really, many reviews, and I've done it myself, I'm as much to blame as anybody, I'll forget to mention the director. You know, and that is so cruel, because without that director, you don't have a play. And as you say, a good play can be badly directed.
Oh, yeah.
And you see that and you go, good heavens. Or a very bad play, not a very bad play, but a bad play can be well directed, and it works. A good director will make a weak play, a mediocre play, zing. Yes. And then when you get the two together, when you get something like Theatre Calgary's production of Importance of Being Earnest, when the direction and the play, you know, you got one of the finest plays ever written, and you get it well directed, you go, whoa. Yes.
Yeah, it's a great match. And it's hard in the rehearsal hall too, because you have a certain chunk that's taken from the movement director, a certain chunk that's taken for intimacy, a certain chunk that's taken for choreo, a certain chunk that's taken for fight. Like, it's just, it gets very piecemeal sometimes.
Yeah.
And then our job is to look at sometimes what those pieces are and do they coalesce. And sometimes the director has lost, the overall director has lost the battle because of these piecemeal things.
One of the worst times for me to go to a play is to see what you go, the actors took the play away from the director. You can see that, where each actor is doing really well, but there's no cohesion. So either the director didn't care, or else the actors were stronger than the director. And that often happens in professional, you know, like certainly in New York and London, where your actors are being paid more than your director.
Yeah.
So who are you going to listen to?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you're paying an actor to come in and do the play, and they're Jake Gyllenhaal, you know, a director, unless a director is a very big director, you're going to watch Jake do his thing, you know?
Yeah.
And that's, as a director, it's very, very difficult when you cast another director in your play.
Yes.
Yeah. Because often, you know, unless that actor is then only an actor and not a director, it's very, very difficult, because you've got different people wanting to, you know, make a scene work.